Hello, hello. All right, good. We're good. All right. So, as you can see, we're talking about Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. And it just counteracts. Of course, the reason why I'm making this live stream, period, is because of Kojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. I finally watched the first episode and it makes me just want to reflect. It's just a lot of reflecting going on here. So we can just have a conversation. So let's do it. Let's have the conversation. First things first is let's talk about Kamen Rider. So Kamen Rider happened in 1971. That's when it first started. Then I think in 1987, 86, after Kamen Rider Black RX ended, they went on a hiatus until 2000. Yes, they took a long break. And look at them now. They are, since 2000, it's been 25 years since they restarted. And they never actually had one that was completely horrible, in my opinion. Yes, Saber was too much for me, but it was still good. So it's kind of crazy where we have this, and then this is why we're bringing Super Sentai into this. We've just heard a week or two ago, as I'm actually doing this live stream, that they're stopping the Super Sentai. They're going to call it Universal Heroes. Is that also meaning that you're going to do what you just did with Kamen Rider Zets, which is you're going to make it global now? So you're going to abandon the 50 years and you're going to start fresh and do it worldwide. If so, then Hasbro is screwed. But I don't know. We don't know right now. We don't know exactly what they're planning to do, but they've spent 50 years nonstop, and let me just say the toy sales might have went down a bit. When I was born, when we all were here, the 90s, when Power Rangers became real, all the Megazords we got was pretty good. I think it made it to. I don't want to bash Go Kaijers. I might want to bash Go Sagers, but I can't really do that. When did it go bad? Was it Kara Major when it went bad? It's like, I think it might have been Kara Major on down. But let me just check because there's like a no Kara Major. It's like, hold on. So Kara Major was before or after? I think it had to be Kara Major. Hold on. Let me just look. Let me just pull up the list of freaking Super Sentai so I can figure out when did the Megazords go bad. When did it get to the point where it's like, dude, you want me to spend that much money on a Megazord and don't look that good? Really, man? Okay, so let's see. You could say Ninja might have been the start of it. Oh, it's hard to figure it out. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, you could just say that Kara Major, Zen Kaiser, Don Brothers, those were the start of where it just kept on slipping. And then King Odra, they decided to make it all bugs, which I'm like, I don't see any of them I would even want. Boom Boonger, yeah. Yeah. But the thing is that when I first started, which was Shinkenger, I wanted to make it sort of Shinkenger. And I finally got it thanks to Bandai America saying, we're not done yet. Ghost Sagers. Yeah, it was Gosei Knight. I wanted his Megazord. Go Kaijers, I wanted Go Juji, I wanted the Gokai Silvers. Uh Go Busters. I did want, which it could have been the Beast King Megazord, but I kind of wanted to see what Hasbro wanted to do. They didn't. This is during COVID, sadly, so that means that the Megazord, the Red Ranger Megazord, never hit stores, so I never was able to buy it. Woohoo! And then the Beast King Megazord, they never made that either. It's like what? Yeah, they promised it and they didn't do it. K. Ruger, I wanted to have the I forgot Plesio. I guess that was it. Was it Plesio? I forgot, but the Ninth Ranger, the Violet. Yeah, I wanted her Megazord. That was cool. I did get it. Technically for Gold, technically for Dino Charge, I got almost everything, but Titano Charge Megazord was the biggest letdown. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you should have made it bigger. Oh boy. Kokuger, yeah, I mean, yeah, so you could say Kokuger is the reason why it went down. Ninja had nothing. Yep. Geolger might have had nothing. So I would say, even though I don't want to bash Tokuger because it had some good stuff, that might have been when the Megazords went downhill. Even though I would say maybe we need to back up. Uh, no, yeah, no, we're right. I'm right. Because I was looking for Geolger is right down below. So, yep, Tokuger was the start of where they were in a slump of how to create Megazords that actually make sense versus they were kind of degrading themselves back to what they did in the 1970s. It's kind of sad, really, where it's like, yeah, they had a mix of both, and it's like they used to have something good, and the Megazords, they weren't that good to buy. It was good for the story. I was cool with it, but it got to the point where it's like, there's none of them I was interested in. I want the suits, give me those figures, but well, except for Don Brothers, except for except for Don Brothers and Zenkaiju, where it's like some of those figures can be cut. As for Bollinger, it's like your helmets suck. Your helmets horribly suck. You made me for the first time say, please Hasbro change the suit helmets and we be good. It's like, yeah, you had to do a massive overhaul, but the bottom suits are good, but the top parts were horrible. So why did I mention all this? Because maybe though Super Sentai should have also took a break. I bet if they would have took a break and allowed Saban's Hasbro to catch up, maybe things would be different. I mean, yes, Q Ranger was a collaboration between Saban's and Toei, and I will say that kinda the Zords were good. I don't think they even had Zord capabilities. I think the only thing was the suit designs or something. I don't know what was the deal, but whoever thought it was a good idea to just make it like, oh yeah, all the pieces you don't need those, but the Kutamas, yeah, put the Kutamas on the other on the Zords. There you go. Whoever thought of that, that was some weird stuff, man. It's like everything else is just piled up. We got piles of plastic mass Zords because we can't use those to make the older Zord. Who came up with that idea? Even Jew Olger had that issue too, right? Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's not Jew Olger. Jew Olger was okay. Yeah, Jew Olger was okay. Oh, not Georgia. I meant K. Ruger. Yeah, but K. Ruger was K. Ruger was kind of okay. I meant to say the next one after that. Yeah, the one after that. Oh, but maybe they should have took a decade hiatus like Kamen Rider because that did wonders for them. Maybe they should have. I know that sounds horrible to say, but maybe you should have took a break. Maybe you should have. No offense. And of course, in the news right now, your only female ranger of Super Sentai got fired. And yeah, from what I read, that people are saying is that no, she wasn't fired. It's just that the agency she was part of and TV Asashi, they had differences. It's like, you had differences and they're at episode what now? That should have been like fixed already from the get go. This should have been like the whole thing that happened with Dino Fury, where it's like we had the original person who was going to be the Green Ranger. She ducked out. Then we got the new one. It's like, yeah, we have no idea what the fuck happened to her, but yeah, she was there 1 minute, now she's gone. It's like what? Or it should have been just like what happened with Wild Force. There was original Black Ranger, and then they got the new Black Ranger, and we didn't know they switched. It's like, what? It's like, there was a different Black Ranger before? Yes. Do you have any evidence of it? No, no. It's only in a magazine that went too forward. They went too fast on the magazine in Portugal or something. And that's how you know that there was a different Black Ranger before the Black Ranger that was a part of Wild Force. That's the only way how you know. Other than that, there's no evidence at all. Just like with Dino Fury, we know that she was going to be casted, and then they switched out of nowhere. It's like, say what? That's what you should have did. Besides pre-filming, like post-filming, and you're still going for more episodes, and now you're gonna have to recast during the whole entire freaking season. What? That's the first time it happened for Super Sentai that we know. For Power Rangers, oh yeah, we know Kendricks. Yep, but the actor got attacked by leukemia, and that's why she had to be. And she wasn't even recast. It's more the fact of they killed off her character so they could bring in a new character, and then at the end they brought back her character because magic, quasar power. So I don't know what to tell you. But for Super Sentai, well, it's gonna be gone now. They're gonna retire the name and change the name, so it'll still be Super Sentai. It's just that new name. All right. Finally, since I got through all that, we can now talk about Tojima wants to be a common writer and how this just affects the real world. When it comes to the real world, there is a lot of crime and stuff happening. You basically could even just label this as the start of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because there's so many people stealing, so many people shoplifting. What the heck? Do 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 do. At least it's not as bad as it was framed in the first movie of Ninja Turtles, but it's pretty bad. And the sad part is that you're telling me that the shopkeepers can't even stop them because they can press charges? Excuse me? If you're trying to steal crap, you can't stop getting a beat down. That's how it works. It's like, dude, there's a cause and effect. You can't simply just be like, okay, I stole stuff. Oh, I got beaten up. I'll press charges. I got money now. I hope if you get that money, you won't start stealing again. Because if you do, then it's like, dude, you just ruined the purpose. Then why in the world sue if you're gonna not even use the money to get the stuff that you're trying to steal from? And besides, why you're stealing in the first place, even though it's like, oh well, that basically shows that I might be a freaking damn rich person. Which is like, no, I just have morals. I tried the stealing, okay? I'll even tell you confessions. Like I tried to steal in life. I did it 2 times. The second time, it was like the anxiety and the whole thing of where it's like I could get revealed, I could get busted. It's like I disliked that whole entire sensation. Maybe it was the bad adrenaline, but I had to talk to myself and say, was this worth it? Do I really want to feel this way? Do I really want to keep stealing and still have to deal with this fact right here? And besides, stealing is wrong, 100% wrong. And I talked to myself, and I did that when I was 7 years old. So there you go. Congratulations. There you go. It was a crime spree of maybe 2 to 3 weeks. So I don't even understand how you can steal and not feel any guilt or the anxiety of stealing and the fact that you could get busted. I don't understand how you can block that out of your damn mind. Yeah, you could be desperate. Yeah, you need help or something, but and there's some people who won't do it, and it's like, yeah, I know, but there's help out there. The thing is that will you just give up and do a life of crime, or will you actually try to help yourself by finding what you need because people are giving it out. People are giving it out. And of course, me being a complete evil jerk at times, go to the freaking yard sales. That's like, oh, we got bunches of these items. We bought bunches of these, and now we're selling it back to you for the same amount of price. It's like, yeah, it's like steal from them. They got the money. They're all good with it. I mean, they're basically being greedy versus, they're donating it to people, donating it to churches and stuff. But it kind of seems like a good cause and effect, right? Y'all guys are getting a fair price, a steal of a price for all those stuff that people are stealing. And well, they could just steal from you. It won't hurt you much, will it? Just as long as you're able to make your money back, which you're most likely making lots of profit, which means that you're a greedy fat cat. Sorry for being messed up. But anyways, for Tojima, basically we see all his life. He was a kid, he loved Kamen Rider, which I think is sad that we don't have that parallel, but it's like Kamen Rider came out in 1971, Super Sentai came out in 1975. They're not a package deal. You would wish they were a package deal, but they're not a package deal. And when Saban's tried to do it, which again, like I said, what was the last one? In the 80s, and this is 94, 95, 96. He had no choice but to get the previous one versus maybe wait until 2000 and get the newest one, which would have been Kabuto versus Black RX. And I don't think he would be able to do it because, well, he wants to go with teenagers, not adults. So I don't know. I think he's basically screwed. He's basically screwed. So he watched as a kid, as a teenager, he got a tattoo of the Common Rider belt on his stomach or abdomen. And well, he beat up three people. He threw a big three guys who actually decided to corner him. Even though I couldn't mention about that crappy joke, but screw the crappy joke. And then they decided to come to his school. He brought more of his boys. He goes down there. He gets beaten up. But the second win and hearing her say his name equals he got back up. He found his inner strength. He beat the crap out of all of them. When I'm like, dude, if a guy you beaten up gets back up, chances are, and he's confident, chances are you need to get out of there. You need to run. You need to get out of there. Okay. That's what you need to do. You need to get out of there. And it's like, nah, they were like, ha ha ha, this is so funny. What a freak. Ah. And they all got beaten up and put down on the floor. 15 guys versus one man. This is as messed up of being like, okay, so the person that they're about to jump is Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, anything you can think of. Chuck Norris, John Claude Van Damme, Arnold Schwarzenegger. The list goes on and on where it's like, dude, there's many freaking guys that if you swarm them and you think you have enough guys, you might just need to run. You need to get out of there. That's what you need to do. Get out of there. And here they are just laughing and mocking them, and they all got beaten up. They all got taken down. And he feels bad the fact of where he did his, let's say, ritual, which more importantly, what he did was just did his henshin. But I'll just say it's a ritual hype move. So he did his ritual hype move, and well, he beat them all up and he felt ashamed of doing it and revealing himself. And the girl was like, because your face is all beaten up. It's like, yes, his face is all beaten up. Think about it in Rocky, where the freaking wife is like, after he's like, what was it? Adrian, Adrian, Adrian. And Adrian's like, "Ew, your face," and ran away. Everyone would freaking say, fuck you, Adrian. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, he got beaten up by 15 men and took down the 15 said men. Girl, they're about to do some messed up stuff to you, I think. You need to show, you should have just, you know, womaned up and hugged him. You don't have to kiss him, but hug him. Maybe get some bandages for his damn face. Something. Not, ew, your face. Ah! It's like, next time they want to take you, apparently we should just let them take you. Then, of course, we get years later, like decades later, he's turning 40 in a year. He has all this writer stuff and he decided to sell everything. When I do that, it's like I don't have that messed up issue. Not at all. It's like I don't have that messed up issue. It's like I got a bunch of stuff, but at least the good news is that it's not boxes full, kind of. It's like, yeah, at least it's not boxes full. But yeah, he was like, he doesn't want to die there, and then some strangers are just gonna throw all his stuff away, which is like, shoot, do you know how much money you're gonna get for selling the dead man's stuff? You idiot. Which is like, apparently, I guess in Japan they don't have estate sales. He goes, if they did have estate sales, oh shoot. But anyways, yeah, he sold all the stuff. He's now living all everything, maybe trying to shun everything, and then well, there's just some robberies that's happening, and they're like, "Hey, give me your money." It's like, "Give me your money." It's like, I'm like, I got this knife here. You want my money? Come on, get it. It's like, yeah, it's like, I think I've seen a lot of movies of how to actually use this. So you want to go? It's like, yeah, we can go. I'll make sure I don't try to cut you too badly, but I know how to cut. So, do you really think you need that money? Do you really think you need that money? Yeah, so they've been having a robbery spree, and look, they decided to adopt the look just like the minions in Kamen Rider, and even say their stuff, which seems kind of like it's a bit hypnotic or something like that. So he just continues going on until he has this. He goes to the festival, and there those three are, and there's a Kamen Rider mask. And he's like, I'm enough. I'm tired of your shit. And he freaking, in quotations, henshins and turned into a Kamen Rider and beat those three up. He took them down. Everyone saw, and instead of everyone cheering, saying, because it's like, dude, all y'all got victimized by these three people. Plus, there's that one that got to jail who got busted. There's only one who got busted, but these three, they were able to get away. And if he didn't defeat them, they would have still came around your house, your work, the store, or anything you think of, and basically rob you and take your money. So personally, I'm like, thank you, man. The police are not doing crap, which is like, I'm pretty sure the police most likely would stop this whole entire thing. But it's like, ooh, that gets messed up. No offense to the police. Yeah, yeah. Support our troop, not support our troops. Yeah, blue. Yeah, woo, blue lives matter or whatever. Sorry to be a jerk, but I'm just saying, considering the shoplifting and everything that's happened in the stores, and you want me to believe that they can stop these three men if they were in America? I'm sorry, but I kind of have to say that maybe they won't. Sorry to be a jerk, but it's like maybe they won't. They won't think they actually are worth it. They have bigger fish to fry, even though it's a crime wave that's happening. Which there is a crime wave, but instead of police officers being, around to stop them, they decided to screw the rest of us by putting things in locked boxes and in cases and everything, which is like, why do we have to live like this when you could just get freaking police officers or heck, allow freaking martial law and they could get their ass whooped? It's better for them to get their ass whooped and understand, hey, if you're trying to steal, there's consequences. You're getting the beat down versus, man, if I need these Pokemon cards, I gotta ring this bell. If I want these Lego sets, I gotta ring this bell. If I want deodorant, I gotta ring this bell. If I want freaking toothpaste, I gotta ring this bell. If it keeps going, it keeps being bullcrap where it's like, what the hell are we doing here? Why are we doing this? Well, I'm pretty sure and it came to the Common Rider. Oh, they'll arrest the Common Rider though. It's like, yeah, Kojima would get arrested. They'll just arrest Dojima because fuck it. They rest the heroes, but the villains who actually did the shoplifting, oh, you'll hear their woe is me. I got beaten. Woe is me. Why did you get beaten? There has to be a reason why you got your ass whooped. Sometimes it's because if you're saying, oh, it's because I was trying to take money or taking items, do you really think we should actually take your case? Frick you. Sadly, this world is getting very, very messed up and degraded. Really is. We're to the point where it's like we're really actually getting screwed over here. And not to mention, like, if you're in my country, we're basically are getting completely fucked over. Not to be political, but it's like, dude, we are seriously are getting freaking screwed over. We're getting screwed over to the max here. I don't know what to tell you besides, dude, Rich people are always present. This is but mother. How the frick do we have a rich person who is so messed the hell up that he wants to screw almost everyone who's not rich? The hell is this? What you were secretly are poor and you want to just screw people who are poor? Or you remember you were freaking kind of poor, even though nope, he had a grandfather who was rich as hell. So it's like I don't know. He's just maybe a cruel person. Very extremely cruel to the point where it's like maybe we do need a Kamen Rider and or Power Ranger and or hero to come breaking in and taking them out. Like as if he's Lethal Weapon 2. Oh, sorry. Die Hard 2. I have diplomatic immunity. It's been revoked. I know that sounds horrible. I'm saying something messed the freak up, but considering how messed up this freaking country is getting, I really actually need to be taken down for saying something like that. And does he really need to be gunned down? No. But I think he deserves to get a Batista style hug, aka a spear out of the window. Won't kill him, but well, it will stop his evil freaking crap. Because it's like there if you want to defend a man who just stole the lunch off a kid's freaking plates, no lunches for damn children. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're pretty a bad person that doesn't deserve to have any sympathy if you're stealing from freaking children. No damn lunches for children. The hell. The hell, man. The hell. But anyways, yeah, so he was able to do it. He had to run for it because everyone decided to just stare at him versus saying, thank goodness the robbery spree is over. Hope the cops are getting called so those three can get sent to jail. Instead, it's like, no, they just staring. It's like they're just staring and they're running away. They do just to run away. He made the news, and then apparently there's a girl who wants to be a Kamen Rider and wanted to do it first. Well, she took a snooze. She was too late to the party, and now she's gonna corner the guy Tojima for doing it. Which is like, oh great, well, he's a hero too, so why are you gonna go against another hero? What I think about anime, this anime is actually nice. No wonder I had to go watch it. That's for the anime where it's like it was a Red Ranger who got sent to another land, another world. Did it end? Are we waiting for season two? I saw most of it. Excuse me, but I don't think I saw the ending. Yeah, I think I saw most of it, but I don't think I saw the ending. So I don't know. Sorry for being political, but this world is to the point where it's like, can you really actually dodge what I'm saying? It's kind of like what they say: life imitates art, and art imitates life. There's really no escaping it if people are truly actually art is imitating life and life is imitating art. You really can't really escape being political at times. And just the good news is that yeah, if you just do what I'm doing, which is like I'm not really looking at the wide picture, I'm just covering my hands like a human hand telescope and like I don't see what's going on left and right. I'm just looking forward. I'm looking at the sunset. I'm not looking at the sunrise. I'm not looking at any other things that's going on in this freaking country. Yeah, but that just means that I'm being not misinformed, but not getting the information I need. And then when sadly the information is too loud to not actually not hear it, well, we got this messed up part of where I talk about it here. I wish I could be like John Oliver, be like, well, what can we do about it? It's like, man, I don't want to do PSA stuff because the PSAs of the 90s basically said exactly what I would say, which is be a hero yourself. If you see something bad, make sure you try to de escalate the situation, try to talk sense into them. Hopefully, they'll stop doing their stealing or anything. And well, if you can without the cameras, knock them out, take the freaking item, put the item back, and just walk away. But like Jackie Chan once said in the animated series, The greatest battle is the battle not fought. If you're able to talk this person who's going to do a heinous crime or a petty crime out of it, then that's good. If you even have to do the part of where you might have to pay for the item just so it's like it's not stealing, it is you being generous, that would be good as well. Hopefully, you're not trying to steal like a PlayStation 5, which is like, yeah, fat chance they can steal a PlayStation 5. How are they going to steal a PlayStation 5? How are you going to steal a PlayStation 5? They can't steal none. They can't steal anything like that. It's sadly, it's just the small items like toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, deodorant, which basically is equals where it's like, hey, if you're able to just give a helping hand to someone who's having hard times, that'll be nice, you know? Other than that, it's like it's just gonna be basically stealing and stealing and stealing, and to get more stuff locked up to the point where it's like maybe the food would get locked up now. And it's like, great. Now we have to actually ask someone for assistance to get a loaf of bread. Woohoo. Thanks a lot, jerks. Ugh. But yeah, there's really nothing to actually can do about this. It's like there's really nothing. Yes, I could say vote for the right people to reverse crap. But even then, it's like it's gonna just like what South Park did with Goobacks, that episode. The episode shows that things can be better if you actually enrich what you're doing right now. If you enrich it to where it's like the poor people, the middle class, we're not really getting screwed over. Food is very, very affordable. Medical supplies, uh, toiletries, hygienics, etc., are very reasonably priced. Everyone's actually getting a decent wage or higher than what they're getting to the point where it's like, still, they got the money. Heck, they got money to get three of them and even a hamburger. That's what we really should be striving for. But, well, the rich fat cats are not going to allow that. Of course not. You care about your damn profits and stuff. Even though I'm like, "Huh, you got $50 million. You get $50 million a year. What you're doing with the $50 million, where you need to get $50 million every single year? What exactly are you doing with that money? Pretty sure, more importantly, you could actually live with $100,000. I bet that's how much you could actually survive on. Which I'm like, yeah, just cut his freaking salary, cut it to 1 million. He doesn't need $50 million. That can go elsewhere. Everyone else can stop it too. Just allow to enrich the ground that we're standing on, enrich the roots, enrich the entry levels. Happy worker is a good worker. But sadly, I can yell that and no one's listening because they're over there doing more stuff. Maybe they're in Peloton, maybe they're just drinking booze with their other rich friends. I don't fucking know. But in the end, it's like there's really not much you can do unless you can truly chart the change. But greed is in this world, and greed might be the reason why things are going down the way it's going down. Because without the greed, well, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't care about profits and stuff, or they're millionaires or billionaires. They would just basically be fine with the whole thing of they're getting a bit of profit, they're they're getting good, you know. But I think I've been here too long. Yes, thumbs it down and be angry all you wish, but in the end, it's like